class, and welcome to week 6 for World Civ. And I usually do this on Sunday, and the reason why I have the video announcements tonight is because I've been overworked, working another job many hours, because like many of you I have to work 2 jobs to survive, being a professor with 3 classes, and that I don't even make close to enough to, I do well if I do another almost full-time job. And by the way, I'm only just telling that to you because I just want you to understand that we're all kind of in a struggle right now. I mean, this is the state of affairs in the world. There's people who are making meh on the income wages, and there's people who are doing really well. So all my friends that are working, and most of my friends are hard workers, I believe in being a hard worker. I believe in enjoying their work, and I enjoy my work. But my friends are rather making over 80,000 a year, or they're making less than 50. And I don't know why I'm laughing. It's kind of the reality of our world. And I just want you to be aware that your professor feels your pain. I know, you guys are working full time with your families and trying to keep up. So I really respect that with you. In a sense, we're really all doing this together. The struggle is real, and the struggle is about us together. And I was thinking about just, it's really been hitting me, just the state of the world and so many things going on. You talk about weather problems, and this thing in Las Vegas is just a massive tragedy. If any of you lost any loved ones or anybody was there, traumatized, whatever, I just want you to know my heart goes out to you, and I just hope that everybody's okay in their life. And I was just saying, my only thought is that I keep hearing people on the news. Some people say, don't politicize the discussion, not now. And I think it's kind of ridiculous. The topic of guns is a political discussion. And sometimes we have wrong, unproductive conversations. I think what we should remember, though, is that if you're a person who believes the Second Amendment means that there's no compromise on guns, or you're a person who believes that we shouldn't have guns at all, both of you probably don't support what just happened. So, in other words, sometimes we all have different opinions about what we think gives us a better freedom and liberty. And I think we should be listening to each other in this discussion. By the way, the Second Amendment doesn't just simply say right to bear arms. So I think you should look that up, though. It's got a lot of commas. More commas than most guns could hold bullets at the time it was written. But that might sound like an underhanded statement that I was writing. By the way, I own guns legally, but I'm not as passionate about this. I'm not an NRA member, let's put it that way. So, what else? Sorry, my brain. And this whole thing with Puerto Rico. Like my girlfriend is half Puerto Rican, and anybody who's got any connection there realizes that it's not hyperbole that the country is going through a lot of things. And then I showed a video clip. Many of you may or may not have watched it on what's happening to Rohingya Muslims in Myanmar by a Buddhist regime. And this is very interesting. Buddhism and Hinduism are very tolerant religions. They're very good at sympathize, bringing all sorts of ideas together. But at the same time, we see in Buddhist societies and Hindu society, people are able to do what the rest of us can do. Hindu right-wing nationalist politics in India is very big now. Very lack of tolerance. Gandhi was killed by a Hindu nationalist. And there are Buddhist monks leading mobs of people doing terrible things to Muslims in Myanmar. What's interesting is then people say, well, what would make Buddhists do that? And my statement is the same thing that Muslims and Christians would do that for. I mean, some holy books, the difference is, let's say, with Christianity, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, as we'll see, there are texts dealing with war in the Jewish, Christian, and Islamic tradition. And because of that, people, maybe it seems more obvious that you can do some sort of political struggle with weapons coming out of Judaism, Christianity, or Islam. Although it doesn't mean that anybody practicing, I grew up in a Christian tradition that was pacifist, but my other Christian relatives were very militaristic, very pro-U.S. military and some in the military, so it can go both ways, right? And in Buddhism, in Hinduism, we do have some sort of martial traditions. Buddhism not so much, but historically Buddhist states act the same as Christian, Muslim, and Jewish state. I'm not a person, just to say, I might have mentioned this in this class. I don't think that religion causes the problems for the world the way that some people say. I think that political groups and politicians use religion more than the other way around. That's just my theory, which right now at this late hour I should just not try to go further, but I do owe a further explanation for that. But it's a debatable thing, and I'm rambling because I'm tired. I hope everybody's okay, and we just need to appreciate each other. Be a person that you would like to see other people be in the world, and support the causes and the things that you think makes the world a better place, right? Because we need that right now. And you all have a good rest of your week. We'll be in touch. If you have any questions, just contact me, and I hope you keep enjoying the information. China. Very interesting, wonderful civilization, like so many that we've learned, and I hope you're enjoying it. All right, we'll be in touch.